thought it was a tremendous game. I thought, we have such incredible respect for Davidson, the way they play, their players, their style of play, their coaches, and it's usually a really good game because there's a high level of skill on the court, decision making, and tonight was real extraordinary effort, and so we're really proud of the win, and looking forward to Friday night's game.
Second straight game with 4 scores in double figures. Gilly just missing with 9. How much better are you guys when you can just have everyone clicking, everyone flowing?
Yeah, I think we have the guys to do it. Not everybody could do that. Could have so many guys be able to score and contribute, and our guys can score at a high level. I thought, when the ball moves, like it does, we're really difficult to guard. I feel like. I don't know if this is our best offensive team we've ever had, but one of the reasons that makes it really special is we're aggressive and we can know how to play and move the ball and share the ball. And rather than kind of going through the patterns of the offense, I think we're trying to score all the time, but guys have a good sense of when to go shoot, when to throw the ball out, and when to keep moving. And so that I'm really proud to see that, and puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Coach, they came out and kind of punched you guys in the mouth right away, took a 9-point lead. Is it an example of your experience, how maybe in the past that could have grown to worse and you guys kind of fought through it?
Yeah, sure. We've had such big leads at halftime most of our home games, or so it seems. I don't know if I'm right on that, but and so to be down, yeah, I think it's just, look, this is Davidson. They're a great team. They have all conference guards. Who can make shots, and they were really motivated and ready to go, and so I think they were contested. I think that we asserted ourselves a little bit more defensively in the second half, but they were contested, and you just have to continue to play. Every game's going to be different. You have to embrace that idea.
There were a lot of opportunities to be frustrated for one reason or another in this entire game, and it seems like, with the exception of 1 or 2 moments, that didn't happen. How much of a sign of maturity is that from your entire bench?
Yeah, that's a tremendous sign of maturity. And we addressed it at halftime, just saying, look, you can't anticipate that everything will go your way. This is the way it is, and they're playing really hard, and we can't anticipate every shot will go in, every call will go our way. And we addressed the little frustration that we showed, and then I thought we just played much better in the second half with regards to that. But we didn't get knocked out of our game or get distracted. I thought we continued to do what we wanted to do on both ends of the floor against a team that makes it hard for you at both ends of the floor.
Coach McKillop said it's evident that your guys feed off each other's success. And it seemed like when Blake made that first 3-pointer, I don't know if that's an emphasis for you guys. I know you shoot a lot of them, but I don't know if I'm sure they were aware you guys hadn't made one yet.
Sure, right.
The crowd certainly was. Yeah. And then it seemed like, did you teach Nick that pose after he shoots a 3 that he knows is going in?
I don't even watch it, so I don't even know what you're talking. But I thought that play was big. I think that we came up in transition and Jacob threw the ball up to Blake. I think as much as that being the first one, it was more that was more our style of play, our pace that we wanted to push. It resulted from good defense. I think that was a real explosive play for us because it gets everybody involved. But just more the style of play, and that it came off of our defense, I think made it a bit of a game changer.
And does that fuel your whole style with everybody?
Sure, definitely. I think that we didn't shoot that. I think we were 0 for 4 at half, and so we don't really approach the game from a statistical standpoint. We don't talk about how many threes we want to take or anything like that. The results of it are what it looks like, and I think that. We don't want to get in a place where we're forcing threes or forcing twos. You want to play and take what the defense gives you, but threes are a big deal, and in transition threes always seem to be very exciting.
Chris, what do you think about the top 4 finish in the A10 and the importance of that as you guys move ahead?
Well, I feel like it's a great accomplishment. Mainly because all 14. That's everybody's goal. All 14 teams want to try to finish in the top 4. It gives you a significant advantage, of course, because you get the double bye, but you're most likely going to play a team that has not played or has only played 1 game. But no, it's a great accomplishment. and we're proud of that accomplishment. But we do feel like we want to focus on the game at Duquesne.
Motivation being for Friday night.
Well, we could get the 2 seed. The 2 seed could still be in jeopardy. I mean, if we win Friday, we'll automatically be the 2. If Rhode Island loses to Dayton tomorrow, we would be the 2, no matter what. But motivation, trying to get as many wins as you possibly can, and trying to win another road game. I mean, we've been, the crowd tonight was exceptional, but we've been good on the road, and we want to continue that.
You will not allow yourself to interject the NCAA component here?
Look, here's the thing. Danny Mooney shows me a couple bracketology reports, and some, it's too hard, and then are you rooting for Stanford wins? Well, now they're in, so let's root again. It's just too much, So, if they said, hey, don't worry about it, then we wouldn't care about the game at Duquesne. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot because I think that the saying they use is punch your ticket. And that can only happen in Brooklyn on Sunday. It is a committee of 10 people who look at an incredible amount of information, and you're competing against, you're not competing against just anybody, because UCLA, I mean, they're all the best teams are trying to go, and so it's just too much to really focus on. Obviously, I see it and I know about it, but it's too much to focus on.
Does having a veteran team make coping with that easier?
Well, 100%. Mainly because, we'll come in tomorrow and we'll have a really good idea of how tomorrow will go. From a coaching standpoint, the players, what we expect and how they'll perform. So there's not a lot of, hey, let's go meet with so-and-so. There's none of those distractions generally. And so that is the best part of having a veteran team. They know what's expected. The guys who didn't play as well tonight, need to work hard tomorrow. The guys who played well need to work hard and get their rest. But that's the best part of it.
Are there other adjectives you would like to use to describe that 10-member committee, just in case this video goes anywhere beyond here?
Wonderful.
Nick, I guess the obvious question is what clicked there. It wasn't as if it was hitting any threes in the first half. It opened up.
Sometimes that's just how the game goes. There have been games where we take a lot of threes in the first half and don't get as many in the second half. So, I mean, it's just how the flow of the game goes. We had a lot of success inside. Grant was getting good looks. Blake and Gilly were getting to the basket. Nate was getting drives. So, I don't think we weren't trying to shoot threes or anything like that. I just think that's how the game went. In the second half, it opened up a little bit, and that's usually how it is.
How difficult is it, though, to keep your patience when it's not going how you think it probably should?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really have any expectations about that. I think that we knew it was going to be a tough game, and they came out and played and started the game really strong. But we just knew we were going to stay with it. We knew we were a tough team. We have more heart than we had in the past. So when we got down, we just stayed with it. In the locker room, it wasn't like anybody was upset about how the half went. They scored like a bunch of points in the first couple minutes, and they didn't score that many the rest of the game. So we knew if we just stayed with our game plan and all that stuff, we'd be all right.
Nick, following up on that, you guys go down 9 early in the first half. How'd your experience click in there and help? Because you guys didn't seem phased. You fought back, and then, I mean, even by halftime, you were within striking distance pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, we have a group of guys who've been down a lot more in that situation. So, I mean, I just think that that's part of the game. Being down 9 was nothing, especially that early. There's so much more basketball left to be played. So, we just knew if we stuck with it, made sure our defense was all right, we knew we were going to be able to make a run.
Their coach felt like you guys feed off each other when you get going. How much of that is the crowd, and how much of that is just what's going on in your huddles?
Can you repeat that?
Their coach said he thinks you guys feed off each other when things start going well. How much of that is the crowd, and how much of it is that just you guys?
I think it's a little bit of both. Home court advantage is something that has been good for us all year. And when we're all clicking, we're a dangerous team. So I think both of it helps us win games. So.
Hey, Nick, could you speak to the value of that top 4 finish and perhaps motivation heading into Friday night?
Yeah, top 4 finish means a lot. Like I've said a lot throughout the season, we've been in some tough situations. We're used to getting ready for Brooklyn on Monday, getting ready for that Wednesday game, wearing our blue jerseys all week. So it feels good to be able to wear our white jerseys for a change up there. But the game on Friday means a lot. They're a tough team. They play with the edge, so we're really excited. I've been looking forward to this game all season. So obviously getting the top 4 finish means a lot, but there's a lot more basketball to be played. Like we said all week, we don't want to come back to the Robins Center to play another game. So we're just going to try to finish the season strong and continue that going forward.
NCAA picture now sort of gets into focus for you guys, I guess. There's no reason to think about top 4 finish anymore. The idea Friday night is to play for an NCAA bid?
I mean, that's in the back of our – I mean, that's something that we think about, but it's something that we really can't focus on. You know, we just got to focus on winning the next game and just winning this game Friday. And then getting ready for the tournament, and if we take care of business, then everything will fall in place. So.
But when you see, like, Joe Lenardi has you guys one of the first 4 out, like, what's that moment like when you're scrolling down? I'm sure you're scrolling, looking for Richmond. What's it like when you get there and it's first 4 out?
I mean, it kind of is what it is. I mean, it's not true. So we got to control what we can control, and that's just taking care of what we can what we have to do in order to get there. So.